So we can be ridiculously happy anywhere, anytime, every place, every time. Our state of being can take on formless forms, shapes, sizes, dimensions of bliss and joy and depth and clarity and oneness that is hard to imagine to the condensed, contained human mind. So I was just making a video about this. I'm in Toronto airport, and in the middle of the video, this woman just starts like blissing back at me, and so I paused that video because she recognized me. Apparently she follows my work, and so we had a sweet little interaction. She's walking right in front of me, actually, about 200 feet. Anyway, to return to the point of my video, is that you can radiate this love and this joy into this illusory planet, but it's not even about giving it to the world. That's just a permission slip. That's just a symbol. That's just a way to activate, to incentivize yourself to elevate your state of being, to elevate your state of consciousness, to recognize that unity, to just take off, just fucking take off, you know. Let go of those anchors, those anchor points. And what you'll find is that, let's say you're in a public place like this, and you're beginning to bliss out. You're just like letting yourself, you know? Like when you're on the dance floor, and maybe for most people after a couple of drinks, or 3 or 4 or 5, when they feel that joy, that bliss, that natural intelligence, then look, hi. And when you do that in public, when you're completely sober, you just dare to let yourself, and you ask yourself, why the F am I not deliriously happy right now with all this magic, with all this amazing mystery? Like, I'm fucking walking around as a body, a clump of cells, in an airport that's organized to some extent, with all these people, with all their lives, and we're all just assuming that we're assuming so many things. Anyway, there's infinite reasons to bliss out, and when you bliss out, good shit happens. You get clarity, you get insights. This bigger mountaintop perspective of your life starts kicking in, and you suddenly have a clarity of direction, what it is that you want to express, what it is that you need to balance out or perhaps let go of more. All these insights, all that clarity, all that delicious, aligned clarity will not come to you if you're in a low state of vibration, state of being, a contained state of consciousness, self-imagined limitations, etc., etc. So it's really important that no matter where you are, from time to time you give yourself absolute permission to let go. And it's like a hot air balloon that's filled with hot air. Your spirit, your soul, your consciousness is filled with hot air. It wants to go up, 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 up. So when you let go of your sandbags, and I'm about to get to my point, I think, you never know with these rants, but yeah, when you let go of your sandbags, your anchors, then you just take off, and then you'll notice the only reason that your joy diminishes, the moment it diminishes, pay attention, what is the thought, what's the belief that comes up? And you'll see 99% of the time, if not more, I'm just walking back and forth, it is a reason rooted in some concept that you need to please another human being in a particular way. So, all right, look at this. You look around at this planet of sick, these beautiful souls, and they're all fucking sick. They're all fucking limiting themselves. They're all suffering so hard. Not even in a good way, you know. Sometimes it's good to suffer a little bit, maybe, if you're like seeking and you're like, right at the edge of some beautiful realization and you're pushing through a little bit, that can be great. It's done with the context of conscious seeking, conscious penetrating. But anything other than that, and maybe arguably even not that, is a form of suffering that's perhaps unnecessary to realize more of who we are, what we are, to both transcend and empower what it is that we are, as we are. Anyway, so you'll see that we are limiting ourselves for these grown-ups, in quotation marks, grown-ups, that have taught us to please them in certain ways so that we will not disturb their happiness. Well, I think first one would have to have happiness in order for that to be able to be disturbed. And I don't see a lot of happiness. I mean, I see some of it, and the more, you know, the more I radiate it, the more it's immediately reflected around me, because how could it not be? But in general, you know, it's an observation we could make that not a whole lot of people are blissing out at airports or wherever, or in their homes and with their families or by themselves. And you have to understand that you are by nature a blissful being, like the child that hasn't been conditioned yet, that hasn't been traumatized yet. You are that way, right? So there's no reasons to bliss out. There's only reasons not to bliss out. And all those reasons are false reasons. All those reasons are unnecessary reasons. So look at what are the thoughts, what is the assumption that makes you not bliss the F out right now? Why are you not elevated? Why are you not feeling this infinite power flow through your veins, this infinite freedom, this love for others, because you're so filled up with this freedom? That's naturally you, part of your natural state. It's part of spirit, the spirit that you are. Be you, man.